let's do this. Let's jump over to the first article. And the first article is going to be on Google Cloud, guys. It's going to be on the Google Cloud Support Organization. And what they're doing, guys, they're terminating jobs. They're terminating jobs. Google Cloud, right? One of our favorite companies, Google Cloud, is terminating jobs here in the United States around support. And the reason why, I'm talking about this article is because I've ran support centers before. I've ran support centers in SaaS companies before. And when you run a support center, one of the things that you have to be wary of is the overall cost. So if you can get, your cost down by outsourcing resources to a different part of the world where the resources aren't as expensive as they are in the United States, that's the way how you can reduce the overall cost. Another way that you can reduce overall cost when you're running a support center is automation. Things like bots, things like FAQs, right? Frequent asked questions. That's what they are, right? So where if you are running a support center and it's for a SaaS platform, your customers have access to solve their own problems before they actually need a resource. Another one is the chatbot, right? When a customer has an issue, they can actually speak to a chatbot that automatically goes through and tries to find the data based on what they're typing as well, too. So these are the ways that, support centers, support organizations try to reduce cost. And unfortunately, sometimes if you stay in the support organization, you may experience job elimination. And that's what's happening with Google Cloud right here. So let's jump over to this article. Google Cloud is terminating and outsourcing dozens of support roles in its latest move to cut costs. Again, it's about cost cutting, not about who's liked, not about where you're from, not about your skills. It's about cost cutting. Google Cloud is terminating dozens of support roles as part of a reorganization within the unit. The company informed relevant employees this week that their roles were being eliminated and said it would be consolidating other teams in the select regions and shifting some responsibilities to vendors, according to emails seen by the insider and two people familiar with the matter. So Google Cloud supports teams known as technical solution engineers. They help customers and engineers when they're having problems with Google Cloud applications. They also build internal products to assist with support. The cuts will help the unit save money. Google grew cloud revenue 45% year on year in the fourth quarter to $5.5 billion. You guys already know that Google Cloud is on track to try to keep up with AWS and Microsoft Azure and so forth. And they're spending a lot of money trying to grow. However, they are not profitable yet. So when you're growing and your fourth quarter is at 4.4 or 5.5 million, that's really good. However, if your cost is relatively high as well, then you're not going to be profitable. And that's what they're doing. They're trying to figure out ways that they can cut the overall costs so that they become a profitable business. However, the division is still unprofitable and trails behind AWS and Microsoft Azure in the market. Insider previously reported that Google Cloud has been focusing on hiring for customer support roles in Mexico City as the cost-cutting move. You think about it, resources here in Austin cost a lot more than they do in Guadalajara or Mexico City. A lot more. So they're shifting to other parts of the world to look for talent, right? There's a lot of tech talent in Mexico City. There's a lot of tech talent in Guadalajara. There's a lot of tech talent across the Central Americas and South Americas as well. And the cool thing is it's in the same time zone. So if you're supporting a company that is in APAC, right, you can do that as well. Or if you're supporting a company that's in the United States, you can do that as well too. So the company informed relevant employees this week that their roles were being eliminated and said it would be consolidating teams in select regions, shifting some responsibilities to vendors and so forth. I already hit that. Sorry about that. So employees who are losing their jobs, employees who are losing their jobs have been giving a 60-day notice to find new positions in the company. Those who don't will be eligible for a severance, according to an email by Insider. So if you're one of the ones who are impacted by this Google Cloud, cost cutting procedure, they're giving you an opportunity as well. They're giving you an opportunity to find another role within the company. That's why it's also important, guys, too, while you're in these roles, especially in these technical support roles, solution engineer roles and so forth, that you are learning additional skills outside of the platforms that you're supporting. Because what is that going to give you an opportunity to do? It's going to give you an opportunity to find another position inside the company. It's also good for you to leverage those soft skills. Why? Because if you are helping internal people, internal teams, and they know you, more than likely they're going to try to create a space for you as well. They're going to try to create a space for you as well. It's all about the networking, guys. And it's not just outside of the company that you work for. It's inside of the company as well, too. So, the cost cuts affect support engineers in California, Austin, Zurich, and Sydney. So it's not just happening. It's not just happening in the United States cities, some of the most expensive cities. You think about it, guys. A support engineer in California, a support engineer in Austin, that's over $100,000 job. A support engineer out of Zurich or Sydney, Australia, over $100,000. Over $100,000. Mexico City, no, that's not the case. They're not paying support engineers $100,000, maybe 60, maybe 70. They're saving a lot of money there. But what I want you guys to understand is that it's not just happening to the United States. It's happening to other cities that they have support engineers as well, too, in high cost areas. If you're in a high cost area and you're in a support role, there's a chance that your position could be eliminated. There's a chance that your position could be eliminated sometime in the future. So just continue to build those skill sets, continue to network in case you find yourself in a situation like that. So to build a sustainable operating model, the reason why they're doing this cost cutting, they're saying, is to build a sustainable operating model that enables us to delight and improve Google well-being over time. We are accelerating our strategy to move some work to our support hubs and vendors and restructuring our operations to create further efficiencies. Google Cloud Support VP says. He later added, we realize that reorganizations can be difficult and we did not make these decisions lightly. In a different email sent to support staff, employees were told that Google would shuffle its support organization in 4 teams: Google Cloud, Looker, Workspace, mergers and acquisitions. And Workspace refers to Google Cloud's suite of cloud productivity software, previously known as G Suite. So guys, hey, a way that you can get into tech is to go on help desk support roles. Google is a fantastic company. They're hiring support engineers and so forth. However, they're going through cost restructuring as well, reorganizations, and they're saying, guys, you know what? Our cost for employees in the United States are very high. And not just the United States, in other cities with a high cost of living, they're expensive. So they're starting to shift that work to the low-cost cities like Mexico City, cities like Guadalajara, other cities maybe in the United States, maybe Orangeburg, South Carolina, where you don't have to pay somebody $150,000 to do a job, but still can get the same qualified person to delight customers. And again, as I mentioned, guys, if you run a support organization, when you guys get to a management position, you're going to see that there's multiple levers that you can pull to cut costs. There's multiple levers that you can pull to cut costs. And you got to remember, as a support organization, it is not revenue generating. You're not selling anything. You are a cost center and stuff rolls downhill. So how do you reduce costs? Well, you lower your cost of people that you're hiring, right? You hire in different areas. You create automation with bots and so forth. And you use things like knowledge base, FAQs, frequently asked questions. Make sure that you have an entire library of things that people can, self-serve. They can go and get the information themselves without them having to actually talk to somebody and so forth. So I wanted to bring that to you guys as the first article this morning, and want to get your feedback on this one as well too. So let me jump over to the chats real quick. Guys, what do you guys think about Google on the cost cutting? What do you guys think about, restructuring that companies are doing? There's a lot of companies that are going to be doing this as well too. Just imagine if we start to go into, an economic downturn. Things have been good so far. Things have been good so far. Although there are signs that we're on shaky grounds. Well, once companies understand that they're on shaky grounds, they're probably going to be doing some cost cutting as well too. And where do they go and get people from? Low cost areas. Low cost areas. So guys, let me get in here.